Okay, I'm hyper ready. Let's go. Sphene?
I understand my endless self visited Milos often. I will keep quiet so as to not draw suspicion.
Okay. Oh, I do remember this guy kinda likes Sphene. Yeah, Lamati?
Look, Milos is sitting up. I'd seen the treatment before, so I knew it would work, but it's still so amazing. Alisaie and Ishtola are miracle workers. It's so good to see you again, and a delight to know that you and Alisaie are friends. She's been very kind to us.
Okay, Alisaie?
There you are. Next time something is in the offing, you had better remember to call on me.
Milos?
Hello. You came before, with Queen Sphene. I'm glad you came again.
I believe he'll be fine now, but just for good measure, I'll administer a healing spell.
I once hoped that Milos at least might be made an endless. Then he wouldn't need to suffer anymore.
You feel different now?
Thanks to Alisaie, Milos is on the road to recovery. He can grow up and live a normal life. And I want to be there with him every step of the way. To grow old with him, as his mother, and not something else.
That should do it. You're doing well, I'm glad to say.
Thank you, Alisaie.
You're welcome, Milos. Now, you'll feel breathless for a little while still, but don't fret. It'll get easier to speak with time. That said, we can't rule out the possibility of a relapse. As a precaution, I would keep him away from lightning-infused objects.
Lightning. Does that include regulators?
It does. I understand if it's difficult for you to part with something that you've worn for so long, though, so it's entirely up to you.
No. For Milos' sake, I will do it. And if the environment here isn't good for him, I must consider moving outside the dome.
You two would be more than welcome in Tulihiola.
It's very assuring to hear that. If you don't mind, could you tell me about the process?
I have some space on my island, by the
I'm
way.
happy. I can talk again.
And I need hands.
Before, I couldn't even thank my mother for caring for me. But now we can talk lots. I can tell her that I'm happy. That I like it when she strokes my hair.
Your mother is happy to talk to you as well, I'm sure.
Queen Sphene always cheered me up. Always said that she would cure me. Today, I'll practice walking with Mother. And next time, I'll go and visit you.
Thank you for explaining everything.
We'll come again to check on you. So if you have any other questions, just let me know. Right. Let's get going, shall we?
Please come back soon. You too, miss.
It's good to see Milos doing so well.
The Endless Me gave him the strength to hang on, and she didn't rely on any special power to do so.
She wanted her people to be happy. Even though we had to fight, her love for them was very real, and it reached Milos.
I wish to be there to watch him grow as well. To make my way beside the people of Alexandria. In the name of his evolution, Calyx has wrought much unease and misery, and I cannot condone his path. No, I shall forge ahead on a path of my own, one that honors the memory of my other self.
Oh, my tea?
I wish the Endless Sphene could have been here to see Milos.
Alisaie?
As I treated Milos with Angelo, I couldn't help but think of G.A. Boo and Halric. I wonder how they've been.
Oh my god, Gabu! Yo, Gabu, it is a little goblin. Sphene. Okay, Seekers of Eternity. Let's go.
Milos is a kind and brave boy. It did me well to see him. One day, I hope that I can speak with him about my other self. Come, let us return to the back room. And on the way, let us pick up treats for our friends, a little gift to show our appreciation for their hard work.
Look, okay.
Citizens of Alexandria, please be advised. The distribution of neo-regulators has concluded.
Oh, it is like on a train station, but the voice not scuffed, as usual.
We ask that all recipients equip their regulators and promptly complete device registration. The evolution of our kind is at hand. Together we shall rise above death and bask in the infinite possibilities of eternal life.
Oh, it is so cooked.
What is this?
I have the same question.
Evolution? What evolution?
Those with neo-regulators will become endless, apparently.
You mean there's no more? Well, don't you feel lucky?
Don't look at me like that. Queen Sphene said there were only so many.
I haven't registered mine yet. The more I thought about it, the more unsure I felt about becoming an endless.
Right.
Well, I registered right away. Anything to stop those terrible nightmares of being killed by mechanical soldiers.
Ultimately, what you think is immaterial, for the seeds we've sown have already quickened. The people have glimpsed hope in transcending death, and they can ill turn away from it.
I see. The terror of their first encounter with death still lingers in their hearts. Having previously been spared even the idea of it, they know not how to handle the emotions.
The funeral was meant to give everyone the chance to come to terms with loss, to grieve and move forward together. But everyone who was wearing a regulator had their memories of that moment erased. And to see those oblivious, happy souls, those who remembered must have wondered if it might not be better to be like them, to go back to a time when death didn't exist.
And now they've been presented with the chance to do just that by becoming an Endless. It's not hard to see why they would consider it.
If this fear of death continues to spread among the people, what will become of Alexandria? The gifts for our friends will have to wait. We should return to the back room at once.
Oj, oj.
Oh, you're safe. That broadcast had us worried. The entire populace is on edge. So Alphino and the others are still out there.
We have a situation on our hands! A civilian has been killed by a mechanical soldier here on Trueview. Wayakwe is on the scene and reports that the problem unit has been subdued by another sentry.
That doesn't make sense. Only someone with the King of Resolve's authority could order a soldier to do that.
Don't tell me.
Not good. Given recent developments, I'd wager that Calyx is responsible for this.
Zor olacağı.
Perhaps we should go and see for ourselves.
It's me. There's been an incident in the outskirts. A mechanical soldier attacked a local resident, for no apparent reason. Fortunately, several nearby hunters dealt with the rogue machine, so everyone is safe. But if other soldiers were to... Wait, is that... Oh gods. More hostile sentries are bound for the settlement. I'll try to lure them away and then lose them somehow.
Ill tidings, I take it.
In the outskirts, too?
You'll go and help Erenville, won't you? We couldn't forgive ourselves if he came to harm. I'll have Geode join you from Earth and Sky.
I'm coming too. I can't stay here while my people are in danger.
Let's go.
Let's go. Shale.
Geode, can you hear me? Something's happened in the outskirts.
We have to investigate. Let's go. Oh no, there is my training dummies over there. Sphene?
So, this is how it is outside. These clouds. Never mind. Finding Erenville is what matters right now.
Alisaie?
I don't see Erenville. I pray he hasn't come to harm.
Uh-oh. Ravulja?
The people here took care of me, giving me food and making sure I was all right. I can't bear to imagine the soldiers hurting them.
Lamati?
Things have settled down here, but I still see no sign of Erenville. Let's split up and look for him. Gololja, Sphene, please search in the settlement area. Meanwhile, the rest of US who can defend ourselves will head further up.
Let's go. This way? Oh, I see. Erenville.
That was a close call. My thanks. As I was leading the soldiers away, I caught sight of this poor fellow being pursued. I went to help, but was rather out of my depth. We're lucky you found us when you did.
Erenville, I'm so glad you're safe. We were quite worried when we couldn't find you. We encountered soldiers on the way here. Most paid us no mind, but some turned out to be hostile. There's no way to tell until they set on you.
The ones here also attacked without any warning. If I hadn't been paying attention, it could have ended badly. Hopefully the others were able to escape. We should return to the outskirts and take stock.
Yeah, let's go. I just love this mount. Lamati?
I didn't expect to see Malachite out here. Given his own trauma, I wonder if he'll be alright.
Alisaie?
The situation here appears to have been resolved, but I doubt we've seen the last of such incidents.
Sphene?
No one thought that Goldjaw might have been behind the attacks. They know that he would never make the soldiers do them harm. Even so, he feels responsible for the machine's actions. 'Tis a misplaced burden, and I pray it drives him not to despair.
Goldjaw?
Thank you, Sunoka, for protecting everyone. But you shouldn't have had to. None of this would have happened if I could control the soldiers.
Dude. Geod?
We responded to Shale's call as quickly as we could. Others are out keeping an eye on soldiers nearby.
Okay, Malachite?
I did not expect to see you again so soon. Allow me to thank you again for your earlier help.
Okay, Erenville.
Right. We're none the worse for the wear. But let's see what the situation is here.
Geode and his people came and joined us while we were searching for you. After which we happened to encounter Malachite. His usher duties brought him here, and he has quite the story to tell.
It's a bit puzzling, to say the least. Even so, I'll try my best to explain. I was called to attend to the unfortunate soul slain by the mechanical soldier. Yet, when I arrived, I found no body. Only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it.
How odd. Did they remember the victim at least?
They did. Their memories of the deceased weren't sent to the cloud, I don't believe. Yet, no body remained.
If someone took it, surely they would have been noticed.
With your permission, I shall return to the government sector for now. Please take care.
This is terrible. Why would they make the soldiers do this?
If preservation is behind the attacks, I fear this won't be the end of it.
All the Neo-regulators have been distributed, and potentially 5,000 Endless are about to be born. What does Calyx hope to achieve with these killings? Does he seek to frighten people into registering them? Or perhaps...
Oh, thank the 12 you answered. Shale told me what happened. Is everything all right? I see. 'Tis a relief to hear that Erenville is safe. Alas, I do not have good news to share in return. A driver lost control of his vehicle when its interface became unresponsive, and it crashed into the Nexus arcade, injuring several people. Krile and I are helping to render aid, but with the sentries behaving strangely, we can't afford to lower our guard. Remain vigilant, my friend.
I just received word from the backroom. A hover cargo on TrueView threw off its driver, and it's rampaging through the area as we speak.
Alphino had a similarly troubling report for me. Apparently, a riderless machine in the government sector came to life near a crowd clamoring for Neo-regulators. It proceeded to mow down several citizens, causing serious injuries.
This is a tragedy. We must go and help the people.
Sphene, wait! I'm coming with you!
Alphino is with Y'shtola, and he said they'll be all right. I'll go and see if other incidents have occurred elsewhere. From here, I'll head towards the quarry by way of the Drift Downs.
Certainly a lot of hover cargoes coming and going in those parts. I'll join you.
Maybe it is a part of evolution
I shall remain
process.
here and speak further with the locals. I have company now, so you needn't worry about me.
Like he is copying the mind and killing the body after that.
Then let's return to Solution 9. If we hurry, we can catch up to Lamachi and Sphene.
Because you kinda don't want to allow two persons live at the same time. Or maybe not. Not two persons, two similar minds. We have to evacuate people.
Sphene's gone on ahead. I leave her with you.
Let's go, boot shine. Give me back my boot shine.
Bloody things have gone mad.
Why is this happening?
И что? Йо.
Surely there's a finite number of these things.
Everyone, please try to remain calm and make your way to resolution. This is just like before, when Zerelja unleashed the soldiers on us. I don't have any souls left. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
What is Sphene?
No, you don't! Are you all...
No! No! Why did you do that? Why? You can't just leave me alone like this! If we had been endless, then you'd still be here. You'd still be with me. But now...
Are you all right?
Ian?
So many hurt. So many dead. This is wrong. This is all wrong.
Thank the 12 you are all unharmed. 'Tis small solace amidst this tragedy, however.
The machine rampage seems to have been only temporary. Soldiers and vehicles alike ceased to operate all at once, as if they had fulfilled their purpose. It's the same outside Everkeep, though members of Oblivion are keeping watch for good measure. The first attacks came shortly after the announcement that Neo-regulators had run out. It can't have been a coincidence. I struggle to imagine that anyone but Calyx could gain control of the soldiers. This must have served his ends in some way. Golja, are you still without your authority?
It's fine now. I'm in control again.
We might take the opportunity to shut down the machines. There's no guarantee this won't happen again.
Lamity, I just talked with Everkeep's administrators about that. They said it wasn't so simple.
The mechanical soldiers don't only serve as guards. They also perform various vital tasks, like providing medical treatment and managing food production. If we shut them down, we'd struggle to render aid to the citizens, let alone restore their lives to normal.
I made it so they can't use weapons anymore, though. Hopefully that makes it a little safer.
That seems the best approach for now. Thank you for your swift action, Galulja. This powerlessness, I can abide it no longer. No matter how much hardship and loss we could endure if there was but happiness at the end. Yet all I see now is suffering and misery. And I cannot bear it. I want to protect the people. For their happiness, I would do anything and everything. So please lend me your aid. Oh, Sphene, you found the words I wished you'd said back then.
It's like a shard of buklamat or something.
Our strength is yours, Sphene. Together, we'll get through this.
Let us split up and get to work. Might I trouble you to report to Shale, my friend?
Yeah, let's do this. Galulja.
Couriers and cleaners are clearing away the wrecks of vehicles and soldiers. It's the first step to getting things back to normal.
Sphene.
It pains me that the people were made to suffer even more after so much hardship and tragedy, but you and yours saved many lives. I cannot thank you enough.
Lamati.
Malachite and his fellows are tending to the deceased. His trauma must make the work difficult, but he's determined to do what he can.
Okay, Shale.
It's been a trying day, but it seems the worst is behind us. What's the situation out there now? You've moved quickly to restore things to normal. Thank you. Yet, while disarming the soldiers is indeed prudent, it is a far from comprehensive measure when vehicles can be commandeered to inflict damage and sow chaos. For the time being, I'll set our people to keeping a close watch on machines. I also have a mind to consult the authorities about enlisting hunters to our aid. I must regain my proficiency in magic. To that end, I shall seek advice from Y'shtola and Alisaie. Among the books we recovered from the castle was a grimoire I once used. I hope to learn to wield it again at everyone's side. As for the key, I think it best that it remains in your care, though it means you will bear the greatest risk. In order to ease your burden, I shall endeavor to become a capable warrior and make Otis and Zelenia proud.
Oh, Otis. Give me critical hit.
By illness weakened, by wounds unmade, by age decayed. Such fragile flesh is worthless to us. How mankind should evolve, shall evolve. I have already arrived at the answer. The time is come to to pose a new question.
Ah. Interesting. Galulja?
I couldn't fight them, and I couldn't even get my authority back when it was stolen. So what good am I? I need to find a way to be more useful.
Oh, Galulja. Krile?
Raha and Alphanod patrol the city, while Ishtola and Alisaie continue treating Levin's sickness and those injured in the attack. I shall stay here to help coordinate efforts, so I suggest taking the opportunity to get some rest.
Sphene?
I will dedicate myself first to healing magics, so I may help treat people's wounds. It will be a time-consuming process to reacquire my abilities, but a necessary one that I dare not rush, even though there's no telling when Calyx will make his next move.
Amati?
Gaussen is helping us coordinate efforts with the administration here in Alexandria. We have to work hand in hand to ensure that the people can get back to their normal lives. I worry about Galulja, though. I know he's still frustrated that he couldn't do anything to stop the machines. If only there was a way to take his mind off things.
Good.
We've set up patrols outside, so I came back here to see how things are. Unfortunately, although we stopped the rampaging hover cargoes, now we have to deal with delays in electrope transport and slowdowns in production. The complications will likely continue for some time.
Okay. Shale. Targeted tragedy. Ooh. I will get tacos. Okay, let's go.
If you have a moment, Sunoka, Geode wants to take stock of the current crisis.
Baron crisis.
Oblivion may be lacking the finer details in certain areas, so we'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation.
Sorry to drag you into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on the threats Alexandria is facing right now.
Not at all. Much has happened since the state funeral, and a clearer idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us as well. First things first, then, let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. And while these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in a considerable number of injuries and deaths. But you haven't heard anything about new incidents since then, right? Right. No additional reports have been logged, as far as I know. That's the good news.
The bad news is, I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people, but they wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. Once things calmed down, I was finally able to make them give up their weapons. But if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me like before. The King of Resolve's authority is about the highest there is. Who is this man that can override it with such impunity?
Calyx. He lived in the age of the Storm Surge, as I did.
I feel that this guy just jealous.
Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electrope technology, and it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research.
Because his life was short.
The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him scant years left to live. He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless, that he might continue his efforts into the present day.
Preservation's early goals seemed noble enough, exploring treatments for Levin sickness, designing Everkeep's core system, that sort of thing. Why harm the people he was ostensibly trying to help?
I do not pretend to fully understand Calyx's motivations, only that he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational succession was outdated, that evolution now requires us to forsake bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservation.
Oh, it is so cooked. The evolution now requires us to forsake bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservation. But the mind, human mind without body, will go insane. You have to remove a lot of memories from it. Because the mind, it is the product of your body, right? It's like a physical thing. You just can't...
We've already seen how he's employed the simulant to convince Alexandrians that endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured for the 5,000 who register their neo-regulators.
Ooh, this expansion, yo.
But this is merely one part of Calyx's greater plan. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion. With that relic in his possession, he will draw ether from the reflections and expand his efforts to create endless 1,000-fold. If we mean to foil Calyx's schemes, then our only option is to determine where he's hiding and put him down. Which, unfortunately, is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of Everkeep, but I've failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time, though, and I'm sure I can sniff him out.
I'll help you. While Gulul J and Shale are working on that, I think I'm going to take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems have cropped up, as well as search for any information that might lead us to Calyx. You're welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen at any time, and I'd be glad to have some brawlers at my back.
Count me in. Raha and the others are helping Oblivion patrol the other levels of the keep, so shall we stick to the streets of Solution 9?
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, you too. I appreciate the company.
I have to speak with the city's administrators about bringing in the Land Guard. I want our soldiers around to protect those who are moving to Tilialo. Alphanod and Alisaie will be joining me for the meeting, so the three of us can cover that sector as soon as we're done. If I may, I'd like to join Sunoka's group, if you'll have me.
The more mouths to ask questions, the merrier. As long as you're aware of the dangers.
Thank you. I'll do my best not to be a burden.
Okay.
I'm more worried about you, Geode. Don't do anything stupid.
Fut, you'll change your tune once we get back with the goods on Calyx. Then the drinks are on you. Come on, let's continue this outside.
Well?
Good luck with your patrol, and take your time. We can do without Geode until you're done with the old Zod. Sorry. Just when I think I've internalized better manners, talking with Geode brings back all the old bad habits.
I wish I could grow up faster. There'll be so much more I can do when I'm bigger like you.
Oh. Okay. That's it? Let's play a little bit more. Here. Holly?
Well now, how good of you to come and see me again. You're always welcome at the Neon Stein, adorable.
She stopped changing her lines here.
I finally got my hands on a neo-regulator, and then came this close to crashing into a hover cargo. The day I become endless can't come soon enough. I only hope I live that long.
Sphene?
I will do my utmost to ensure the happiness of Alexandria and its people.
Good.
Sorry, I was off in my own little world. Shall we get started?
What will you say? The people seem uneasy. Are you alright? Good. Let's see what there is to see. Let's go with the last one.
Right you are. It's time we took some action. It was the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remain shielded from the horrors of death. And so they were for the longest time. Then, the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they're greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration.
Indeed, and I do not blame them for that. It is only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. What I cannot forgive is the way Calyx wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. No one, not Calyx, nor anyone else, should dictate how we cope with the specter of death. As one who lived as an Alexandrian, I wish to put the choices for this country's future back into the hands of its citizens.
And you think we can handle that responsibility? After everything you've seen of us?
It is what I've seen that has convinced me you can. I awoke 4 centuries later to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banner. Though surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it so. You all deserve to be happy.
Well, then. We'd best not let you down. Now, I suggest we move as a group. We don't know if or when a battle might find us.
Oh, I believe someone came prepared for just such an eventuality. Is that the grimoire you retrieved from the old castle? Yes, my parents gifted it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect the things important to me. I was fortunate enough to have a tutor in the arcane arts, so I lay claim to some small measure of skill. If that's the case, it might be better if we split into 2 groups after all. 'Twould certainly be more efficient for information gathering.
I guess that makes sense. The 2 of you can take the west side of the recreation zone, then. Sunoka and I will take the east.
Very well. We shall end our patrol in the plaza just past True View and await you there.
Good.
Let's do the rounds, then. We'll see what's what, and chat to the people we meet along the way. Pay special attention to anyone who looks overwhelmed or overly excited. Hopefully that will earn us a tidbit or 2 we didn't know before.
Okay, let's complete this one, dog.
I'm guessing you would have preferred to go with Sphene and Krile, but I'm afraid you're stuck with me. I grow on people, though, I promise.
Okay, let's talk. Somber citizen. Hello?
Are the sentries and airwheelers safe to be around now? I just know it's going to happen again, and maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. I need a neo-regulator. Becoming endless is the only way. Even Queen Sphene said so.
They didn't get the concept.
But how to get one? Maybe I can convince someone who's unsure to give me theirs.
It will be tier copy, but you can't exist in 2 places at the same time.
You want to hear my story? While I appreciate you offering a sympathetic ear, there's not much to tell. If you must know, a good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. His air-wheeler dropped right out of the sky, and he didn't survive the crash. Damn fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I know that's not so strange these days, but he'd never bothered with one. He was at peace with the idea of dying someday, and I thought I understood what that meant. Until it happened. We used to forget people after they died. No memories. No grief. I'm not sure if we'd be better off if that was still the case.
But how to get one? Maybe I can convince someone.
Good.
Ah, the memories. I used to drink around here all the time. I made sure not to overdo it when I had work the next day, but once we were past the busy season, or when the ladies weren't amenable to my company, well, you'd have to scrape me off the street outside in the morning. Or afternoon. The worst I ever got was on what should have been the worst day of my life, if only I could remember it. I was still wearing a regulator back then. It was also the day I first met Shale, although I guarantee she's forgotten it completely.
Shale is a giga chat. I really like her.
What has me in such a fine mood, you ask? Well, I've just registered my new regulator. I was leery of becoming nothing but memories at first, but now that I've gone through with the registration, I've never felt more at ease. Also, once it was done, the regulator displayed the current numbers. Of the 5,000 slots available, over 3,800 have already been filled. So if you're still hesitant, you've not much time to make your mind up. Mark my words, friend, when there's only a few slots left, it's going to get very ugly. Sunoka, a word? I feel like there was a new factor in these stories we've heard. One we hadn't considered during our discussion with everyone in the back room.
What will you say? That people are still deadly afraid? That fights are likely to break out over the neo-regulators? That a victim of the violence wasn't wearing a regulator? Wait. Let's go with the second one.
The fact that nearly 4,000 people have registered is worthy of its own report. But are you sure there wasn't anything else?
The people are still deadly afraid?
That's a point of concern, don't get me wrong, but I think we were acutely aware of it already.
Okay, so I see.
Yes, that's it.
Sunoka.
The vast majority of residents have always worn regulators, so it's not a detail we'd normally think about. With the supply of souls cut off, though, more and more people have been going without them. We need to look into the casualties from the recent attacks and check whether or not they were equipped with regulators. Let's ask around on the street over to the east. It was pretty chaotic at the time, but maybe we'll find eyewitnesses who can help us confirm if this was a pattern or not. We'll be seeing fights over neo-regulators in the very near future. Should you get one, I suggest you register right away.
Thank you. Let's go.
It was once my job to deliver goods by hover cargo. That's why I know a fair number of names and faces throughout the city. The little ones who'd jump for joy when I brought them packages. The old lady who'd always greet me with a smile. I'd hate for anything bad to happen to them.
Hello, how are you today? Please let me know if I may be of service. Citywide casualty data unavailable. Government officials are currently processing reports from all affected zones.
Can you narrow it down to the recreation zone, then? You must have some estimates on hand?
Recalibrating parameters. Injured, 87 individuals. Casualties, 19 individuals. Casualties equipped with regulators, 0. Please remain calm. I am under orders to ensure the safety of our citizens. In the unlikely event of another mass malfunction, I will act to subdue any affected machines.
Hello? Oh, I thought it is Urianj. In Sanskrit. Imagine. Yo. Oh, yo. Okay.
You wish to know if the people who died in the machine rampage were wearing regulators? I'm sorry, but I was assigned to clearing away debris. I didn't see any of the deceased. No bodies were present by the time I arrived, so I assume the ushers had already done their work. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered about that were quite a chore to clean up, but nothing else worthy of mention.
Sunoka, I think it's time we rejoined Krile and Sphene. I was half joking with my boaster Shale, but we may have stumbled upon something major here. We should share our findings and keep pursuing this avenue of inquiry. Didn't Krile say to meet them in the plaza just outside of True View? Let's get going.
It's terrifying to think that death might be waiting for us around every corner. But what can you do but keep working and hope for the best?
Okay, let's go back. Sphene, Krile. Oh.
We've finished our patrol as well. Did it not seem that more people wanted neo-regulators than before?
Krile.
So, essentially, you're saying that the people who were killed by malfunctioning machines weren't wearing regulators.
Well, the numbers are still tentative and only apply to that one zone. We don't know how they'll stack up against the overall data, but this is definitely more than a coincidence. I think it's safe to say that anyone who had removed their regulator was a priority target.
Now that you mention it, the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one either. But why? Why are they being targeted over everyone else? Based solely on the lack of a neo-regulator, we cannot judge if a person has no desire to become endless, or if they simply failed to acquire one of the limited devices. But those who wear no regulator at all, they have clearly rejected the old system of using souls to revive themselves. Put another way, they have chosen to live their lives in the knowledge that death is an inevitability. The chances that such resolute people would wish to become endless are far lower, I would imagine. And so Calyx has chosen those least likely to accept his vision as victims to stoke fear and panic.
But there was no need to kill anyone. With the way things were, the people were already fearful enough. He could have found 5,000 willing citizens without all this madness.
You make a good point. Perhaps this sowing of terror is in service to another scheme, or he had some other need for the lives he's taken.
I think the guy is kinda overrated. I think he's an idiot. What will you say? What of the dust found at various sites? Could something have been done to the victims? Let's go to the second.
I wonder, what about that sanitation worker's story? She saw no bodies, but mentioned piles of white dust.
Dust, but no bodies? Now where have I heard that before? Do you recall when we went to save Erenville from the sentries in the outskirts? That Usher Malachite told us much the same thing.
When I arrived, I found no body. Only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it.
That both stories speak of missing remains is suspicious enough, but the shared mention of this dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm if this substance was present at other sites and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread may lead us not only to an explanation for the missing bodies, but also the intent behind Calyx's murderous actions.
Sunoka, we need your help. I've lost control over the soldiers in the residential area. They might be trying to hurt people again. Oblivion members are on their way now, but are you close enough to join them? Damn it! Our new investigation will have to wait. Let's go.
Wait a second.
Stay back! Stay away from me!
Leave him alone!
Are you all right?
What happened here?
A sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me...
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed. Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
Do you know anyone else in this sector who no longer wears a regulator?
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Go to them, quickly!
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape.
Isadora! Oh, thank goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner.
Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
Thank you, miss.
Oi, oi.
Will she sleep like that forever?
No, not forever. She'll wake soon, I'm sure of it.
That's good to hear. Thank you for saving her.
The promise of tomorrow. It is 7.3, right? Oh, okay, I feel like it is getting late. I will continue play tomorrow. Let me...
She should recover in due course. I'm glad we arrived when we did.
When I was sick and couldn't move, my mother was always at my side, always keeping me company. And I'm going to do the same for her.
Oh. Yeah, let me get back to the Free Company house.